it's MPJ time, and you know what that means. It's the new rock album review show with me, Nigel, and my wonderful panel, to Paul, to Andy, to Trish, and to Dave. Welcome, gang. How are you all?
Thank you.
Excellent.
All fine.
Fantastic.
Rocktastic.
Well, we're nearly at the end of our first month of albums. This is episode 11 for January 2025. Welcome. So today's offering is Skillet and their album Revolution. Now, they are returning band. Their album Dominion scored a 3.5. So it had a good score. If you want to know more about Skillet, they're a Christian rock band. Check out the bio, which I would have put on the chat. So the new album Revolution. Dave, let's start with you, mate. What did you think of Skillet?
It's a band I'm not familiar with, not someone I've never listened to before, and I'm wondering why, because I really enjoyed this. The air guitar was out in force throughout much of this album. Some of the vocals were amazing as well. I really liked the way that they have the male and the female vocalist, and the way that they use both. Really good album. Really enjoyed it. It was strong throughout. It's one I could definitely see myself purchasing. That's for sure. It's a band that I think I'll be going back and listening to some of their back catalogue because really enjoyed this. A standout album for me this month, I think.
Oh, he's back, and we found something he likes. There's hope for us. Hallelujah. Right, Trish, Skillet.
Okay, so returning Christian rock band Skillet with their latest offering with Revolution. Will the gods be in their favour, or will there be an uprising? At only 35 minutes long, this album needs to deliver its 10 tracks in abundance. All I can say is there is a god, a rock god. This album packs a punch right from the start with some good pounding rock to my listening ears, which they were welcoming. This is how you start an album, and it didn't stop delivering until the end of the album, and you wonder where that time went and need to hit play again. That's what you want an album to do. You don't want to be looking at the track list to see where you are in an album and how long you have until you finish listening to it. The lyrics are obviously poignant about real life experiences, media, political, sung with grit from the male lead vocal's gravelly voice, softened by his female counterpart, female lead, without prejudice to the listener or forcing opinion. Skillet have come back in all the right ways.
Paul, Skillet fan, not fan?
I'm on the fence really. I enjoyed the music, enjoyed the album. So this is their 12th studio album, and they open it with style with a blistering opening track, Showtime. This style is definitely in the post-grunge hard rock style of Nickelback and co. And while this is a well-put-together album that is squarely aimed at the radio audience, after a few listens, I found it to be quite samey in tone and style. Death Defiler has made my playlist. Even so, it has anger without being angry. And that kind of sums up the whole album for me.
Sorry, it has anger without being angry.
Correct.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the statements and what they're singing isn't really angry. It has no energy to it. It's just, to me, they were just like singing words they put down or whatever that they thought was clever or political or whatever. But when you look into it, it doesn't really make sense, to be honest. And it's quite stagnant. Yeah.
Well, somebody who's never stagnant, and that's our Andy. Andy, what do you think?
Oh boy, strap yourselves in. Okay, I'm going to try and judge this on the music rather than their own personal views on this. I'm going to try, because frankly, the music was not great at all anyway. And these are just basically garbage people. A garbage music by a garbage band. Yeah, they talk about being unpopular. Well, they bloody well should be, because quite frankly, some of you should make it that way. But the music also just did not work for me. Chip on shoulder, talking about their own feelings and how they're doing what they're doing with all their stuff which they're doing. But no, not for me. Couldn't stand it. Get in the bin. Quite frankly.
Wow. Oh. I loved it. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was right up my alleyway. It was right up. It was just. It was a grower for me. Ash in the wind, fire inside me. I mean, transported me back to that sort of 80s kind of sound, but a bit more hard rock edge to it as well. I like the fact that you can have a band that isn't swearing in there either, and I thought that actually they can be angry without swearing. So which is why I was intrigued by what Paul said. I found it kind of hard hitting. Without making me feel angry, which is sometimes a good thing, Sometimes you kind of listen to the kind of bands who are singing angry, and you get angry with them, and you go like, which maybe is the way is forward. But I loved it, and it was definitely a grower for me. I think out of the albums I've listened to with I agree with Dave, with all the albums I've listened to with you guys, this is probably my fave for sure. Right up my street anyway. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Really good. And a couple of songs hit my playlist. So yeah. Right. Well, what would have Cully thought? Let's find out if it's going to get into our Hall of Fame. I think we kind of know where Andy's vote's going anyway. But let's find out, shall we? Dave, let's start with you.
4 for me.
4! Whoa, get in, Dave. Trish?
It was a 4 for me also.
Paul?
I give it a 3.
Andy?
Get it in the bin, rubbish. 0.5.
0.5. Okay, and Cully also give it a 4 as well. So we're going to drop Andy's score and refer him to a psychiatrist because he sounds like he needs a bit of help to get him through this anger. In the meantime, that would have scored it.
What did you give?
I give
You
it a
haven't
4.
said what you-
Oh, I didn't, did I? I give it a 4.5. And I'm wishing I'd give it a 5 because it got 19.5. A 3.9, just short of the Hall of Fame, but an improvement on the previous score of 3.5 for Dominion. So, according to us, this album got better. So, right, okay. Well, thank you very much to everybody. Congratulations to Skillet. Good album, and keep on rocking, everybody. Hey. Just for kicks and giggles, hit the like and subscribe button, or because you really want to, and leave us comments to let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree? And thank you very much. Goodbye for now. I keep on rocking!